What's up, Spurs? Have you ever imagined going to a job interview and performing so well that the recruiter can't take their eyes off you? That's exactly what happened in our Champions League clash against Monaco. A 23-year-old attacking midfielder turned that match into a proper personal showcase, complete with top ratings, brilliant statistics, and a clear message: I'm ready for the Premier League. Meanwhile, on our side, the position he wants to play had one of the worst performances of the season. Coincidence? Don't miss this because there's loads of exclusive information coming right now. So, picture this: Tottenham's scouting team makes the trip to the Stade Louis II for our midweek Champions League encounter against Monaco. Their mission? To watch Maghnes Akliouche up close and personal. And let me tell you, the 23-year-old French attacking midfielder absolutely delivered when it mattered most. Akliouche put on a proper show, earning himself a solid 7.2 out of 10 rating from FotMob, and those numbers don't lie. Playing through the center in that number 10 role, he was Monaco's most dangerous weapon all night long, causing our defense all sorts of problems. Now, let me give you the full picture of what our scouts witnessed, because the statistics tell a compelling story. Akliouche completed the most dribbles on the pitch with 4 successful take-ons, showing that technical ability and confidence on the ball that we desperately need in our attacking third. He was aggressive 2-6 shots throughout the match, with 2 of those coming from inside the box and both hitting the target. That's the kind of clinical positioning we've been crying out for. His passing game was equally impressive, 82% accuracy, completing 31 out of 38 passes. He made 10 passes into the final third, created 1 clear chance, and registered 62 touches overall, 9 of those coming inside our penalty area. That's a player who knows how to get into dangerous positions. If you love Tottenham as much as we do, smash that subscribe button and join our journey to 900 subscribers together. Let's back the boys. But here's what really caught my eye: he won 7 out of 12 ground duels, giving him a 58% success rate. That's not just a silky technical player, that's someone willing to fight, to compete, to win his battles. Exactly the kind of mentality Thomas Frank demands. Now, here's where it gets interesting and a bit uncomfortable for us. While Akliouche was lighting up the pitch with his 7.2 performance, our own number 10 Lucas Bergvall was rated the worst player on the entire pitch with a 5.9 from FotMob. Look, I rate Lucas Bergvall highly, and we all know he's got enormous potential, but that night he looked completely off it. He couldn't impact either box, and it was genuinely one of his poorest outings in a Tottenham shirt. The contrast between him and Akliouche couldn't have been starker, and you can bet our scouts were taking notes. For those who might not remember, Akliouche was firmly on our radar during the summer transfer window. We showed genuine interest, we did the groundwork, but ultimately a move didn't materialize. Whether that was down to Monaco asking price, timing, or other targets taking priority, we moved on. But here's the thing: Tottenham doesn't forget about quality. We clearly still rate this player. Otherwise, why send scouts to watch him specifically? This wasn't just about preparing for the tactical battle, this was transfer business research, pure and simple. And now for the really exciting part. In a recent interview, Akliouche was asked directly about the links to England and whether he'd consider a Premier League move in the future. His response? Absolutely perfect for us. He said, "It was very flattering to have these kinds of stories and links, but I am a Monaco player and I am playing against Tottenham tomorrow, so I will give my best. In terms of whether I want to play in the Premier League in the future, why not? But we will see. What is important for me is tomorrow's game. I am not focused at all on other links and pressure." Let me break down why Akliouche makes so much sense for us from a tactical perspective, because this isn't just about adding another name to the squad. Thomas Frank operates with a system that demands technical quality, intelligent movement, and players who can operate in tight spaces. Akliouche ticks every single box. He's comfortable playing as a traditional number 10, but he's also got the versatility to drift wide, operate as an inside forward, or even play as an advanced 8. With James Maddison consistency being questioned this season and Dejan Kulusevski being moved around to solve various problems, we lack depth in that creative midfielder position. Akliouche would give us genuine competition, rotation options, and a different profile of player. He's 23 years old, so he's entering his prime years. He's got Champions League experience, he's performing at the highest level, and he's already adapted to playing for a possession-based, technical side in Monaco. The transition to our style wouldn't be a massive leap. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Monaco aren't a selling club that rolls over easily. They've got wealthy owners, they're competing in the Champions League, and they know Akliouche value only goes up with performances like this. We're probably looking at a fee somewhere in the £35 to £45 million range, potentially rising with add-ons. That's serious money, but for a player of his age, profile, and potential, it's also potentially excellent value in today's market. The question is, does Tottenham pull the trigger in January, or do we wait until summer? January moves are always more expensive and more complicated, but if we're serious about competing on multiple fronts this season, adding quality now could be the difference between success and just another what-if campaign. Based on everything I'm hearing and seeing, Tottenham interest is genuine and ongoing. Sending scouts to watch him wasn't just due diligence, it was a clear statement of intent. We're monitoring, we're evaluating, and most importantly, we're keeping that relationship with Monaco warm. Expect this one to heat up as we approach January. If Akliouche continues performing at this level in the Champions League and League One, the price will only increase. But equally, if our own creative midfielders continue to underperform, the pressure on our technical director Johan Lange to act will intensify. Keep your eyes on this one, because I genuinely believe there's something here. The player's interested, we're clearly interested, and Monaco might be willing to do business at the right price. The Akliouche situation perfectly encapsulates Tottenham's current transfer strategy under this new regime. We're no longer just shopping in the bargain basement or chasing unrealistic Galactico signings. We're identifying players at that sweet spot, young, proven, technically excellent, and available from clubs who will negotiate. What impressed me most about Akliouche's performance wasn't just the statistics or the rating, it was how he handled the pressure of knowing Spurs scouts were watching. Lesser players crumble in that situation. He thrived. That mental fortitude, that confidence to put on a show when the spotlight's brightest, that's exactly what we need in our squad. The contrast with Bergvall's performance should worry us slightly, not because the young Swede had one poor game, but because it highlights how thin we are in quality depth in those creative positions. One injury, one suspension, one dip in form, and suddenly we're struggling to unlock defenses. Akliouche wouldn't just be a squad player at 23, performing at Champions League level. He'd be genuine competition for starting spots. And competition breeds excellence. Now, over to you Spurs family. Do you think we should go all in for Akliouche in January, or should we wait until summer and focus on other positions first? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you want to stay ahead of every breaking story, every exclusive update, and every here we go moment before anyone else, smash that subscribe button right now. Hit the like button to support the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss when news drops. This is your home for fast, reliable, and exclusive Tottenham content. Let's grow this community together. See you in the next one.